What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Welcome back to Friday Live with Lauren. I am so excited you are joining us or catching the replay. If your boss doesn't let you come have fun with us on Friday afternoon, send me their email. I will go yell at them in DMs, or I'll be polite. Okay, I won't yell at your boss, but I'll be polite. If you're watching the replay, because you really deserve to come live and win some of the prizes. Um, Sorry, StreamYard is telling me that it's lost connection to my LinkedIn. So, can somebody comment right now and tell me if we're still live? Can you guys see this show? Brandy, let's see what's going on. All right, I think we're good. All right, let me get Miss Brandy out here. What's going on, Brandy Baum?
Hey, how is it going? I'm super excited to be here.
I am super excited. Let's see if we can get. I don't know what's going on. It says that my LinkedIn's lost connection. I can't see what's going on, Brandy. 1 second. Brandy, can you see it on LinkedIn?
Um, Let me check really quick.
All right, y'all. If you're commenting, StreamYard is not going to show me today, so I do not know what's going on right now. This has never happened before. It's always something interesting and fun when you're dealing with technology. I was telling Brandy today that my headsets weren't working. Oh, look, it looks like it's working on LinkedIn. That my
Uh,
speakers weren't working.
I think we're good.
I
I
think
am
we're
able to
good.
hear. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, I was telling Brady that my speakers on my MacBook stopped working, so I had to plug in a headset last minute and pray that I could get everything working. So, thank you, StreamYard, for disconnecting from LinkedIn right in the middle of the event. Another reason why I'm considering switching to Restream, but whatever, it is what it is. Brandy, I'm so excited you are here today. You're free. You're back from your
I
LinkedIn.
am.
You were in jail for how many days were you off LinkedIn?
It was almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it was a good uh,
Almost 2
13,
weeks.
13 days.
Wow. Wow. 13 days, y'all. I think I would lose my mind if I was locked up for 13 days and not on LinkedIn. It would really like how'd you feel, Brandy, not being able to come on for 13 days?
Well, from the person that didn't want to be on social media, and it was almost like kicking and screaming. They're like, "Hey, you should start posting." And then as I started doing it and then got in jail, I felt like my hands were tied. Like I got cut off from everyone. Luckily, I'm in a few other WhatsApp groups and stuff, so I was able to like have some connection. But yeah, it felt kind of weird.
I bet. I bet. And when you get used to it after a while, it's just something that's like, "Oh, it's not there today. Oh, I can't do." Was it like a good mental break though?
I think it was an actual godsend for a little bit because I'm kind of in the middle of a lot of things. So it actually helped refocus me for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I was ready to be back though because I do a lot of things on LinkedIn that I didn't realize how much I utilize it on a daily basis.
Oh, I bet. It's like when I had knee surgery, and then it's all the things that you don't realize you really can't do when something like that happens to you. So, well, we're all glad you're back. If you are glad Brandy is back, can you comment a little purple heart for me? Brandy has this beautiful little purple heart she has after her display name on LinkedIn. So, comment a little purple heart for Brandy if you are watching today. And also, let's go really quick and talk about the stuff we're going to give away. Comment to win some awesome prizes today. Y'all, we are going to give away this crazy good headset. Look at that headset Brandy's wearing. I'm going to let Brandy talk about it in 1 second, but we're giving away a headset from Headset Advisor. So hashtag Headset Advisor in the comments. That is $100 value that Brandy and Headset Advisor are being so generous to give to one of you who's going to need to cold call either for a job because you're going to use the sales approach that I teach you or in your job and you're going to sound clear and crisp and phenomenal. And then we also have a $25 Amazon gift card covering up my own face here from Expert Background Solutions. So tag Expert Background Solutions to win that one. And Brandy, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the headset that Headset Visor is giving away today?
Yeah, so this is one of our private label headsets. It is called the Discover D722U. That is the technical term, but we call it the boomstick. And lovely, one of the best cold callers out there is Ryan Reisert, and he's actually the one who named it the boomstick. So we have lots of boom shakalakas and all kind of things we tag whenever we're promoting the Discover D722U.
Boom.
got a nice boom, and it has some nice ear gels that are cooling ear gels.
Yes, Melissa Houston talked about those cooling ear gels and putting them on her head, not expecting the cooling sensation. So, if you're in South Florida like me, or if you do a bunch of cold calls, and maybe you got some people, um, not so happy all the time on the other end of the phone. I don't know about y'all, but my ears get red and hot when I got somebody yelling at me on the so yeah, the cooling ear gels help. And I will tell you, from someone who does cold call, I love my headset. And it also comes, let me tell you, it comes with the little dongle so you can connect it right away. And dongle's like one of my favorite words, but it comes with the little dongle that you can connect into your computer. So you have no issues. You don't have to go get anything. When I first opened the box, I was like, oh crap. And then I was like, oh no, it's good. So everything's in there and you're all good if you need the mini USB-C connector like I did. So all right, Brandy, we got some fun topics to talk about today. I'm really excited. If you are watching right now, share the show. Share the show so that somebody can come win a headset. If you don't need the headset, share the show so that somebody can come learn about what channel partner management is. About Brandy's story, y'all, we're gonna get into the Baum and Malo bars. Brandy says
Mallow bar.
mallow. I say mallow. We were talking about that before the show too. Do you say mallow or mallow? Comment a lowercase a for mallow and a uppercase a for aloe. Like comment below. Like tell us how you pronounce it by capital A or lowercase a. Is it marsh mallow or mallow? I don't know. Say
Hey,
you say it.
either way, we know what we're talking about, right? We
I
want the goods.
I just always think it's interesting to see where people live in the country versus how they pronounce words. Later we'll talk about many things, but when I was a bartender, I would always guess where you were from based on how you were speaking to me at the bar. And it would just kind of help me understand a little bit more about you. Somebody from the Midwest is very different than a New Yorker. So, how do you say it? Let us know. We're also going to get into Headset Advisor now. So, Brandy, tell us all about Headset Advisor. How did you find Headset Advisor and start working at Headset Advisor? And what was your role before you were a channel partner manager?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question. So I was let go from a coffee shop that I was working. I was overseeing 3 coffee shops, and truthfully, I wasn't very happy where I was. And so literally was a godsend that I was let go. It was just so nice to be done with that position. And I was out there looking for a job, and somehow a part-time position came up on Indeed, and it was for a headset company. And I'm like, part-time, I can fill the other half of the hours. I'm just going to go ahead and apply. And I had been applying for probably about a week at that time, and nothing was coming back. But this person was like immediately on it, like, oh, tell me these details. Go do this, go do that. And so in the end, by the end of the day, I had a quick little conversation with Dustin. He's the older brother of the 3 brothers that run Headset Advisor. And it was just, okay, we're going to send you on to the next one. And then I got together with all 3 of them and had like a fun interview. I feel like we had a good time. And at the end of it, we got to know each other pretty well because they're very easy people to talk to. And then the role was actually an accounting role. And so I have done accounting in my background. And so I said, let's just do that and let's just change it up and see how it goes from there. So I did accounting for probably close to 9 months, but we had a conversation earlier. I kept bringing ideas to them. And what I love about it is they're willing to hear the ideas. And I kind of said, well, this is kind of who I am. I come from sales. I came from the restaurant background for 25 plus years. You're just selling something different. I had people coming in hungry. I will feed you. I will get you what you need. But the lovely thing about working as a server is like you learn, you have to be flexible. You definitely have, people skills, which is what we need for a headset advisor. We don't want you just as a customer. We want you to be a customer for life. So I am all about number one, customer service, and I'm very relational. So that was something that I felt like was a little different that I brought to the table because I like to talk to people and I like to be out there in person with people. So when I brought a couple of ideas to them, they said, you know what, we think you might do well within this position. And it was an existing position. Um, so that was nice, but it wasn't just like one person was doing that sole position. They were doing a couple of different positions, and when they decided to move me over, that's solely what I'm doing. So, as a channel partner manager, I'm working with resellers. I'm also working with the manufacturers, technology consultants, and service providers. And my job is to show our value to them as they're doing their job. We have, you know, ways in which we would love to partner with people. And so we want to partner with them by they're selling soft phone VoIP services. Well, we have the headset that goes along with that. And the lovely thing about partners is that they could send over their customers and we pay them 10% of whatever the total sale is. And it's just a great symbiotic relationship.
I love that. People just like, "Hey, you could actually cash a check for that." You know that, right? How many times have
Yeah.
you had kind of that kind of conversation?
Yeah. So it is interesting because sometimes they look at like this is too good to be true, but it's the truth. We send out hundreds and hundreds of dollars and we have hundreds and hundreds of partners. And we enjoy it because we know our value is customer service and we want them to understand like we're going to go to bat for your customers because they're our customers as well, but yet we're going to allow you to do your thing that you um, are an expert in, and then allow us to do things that we are an expert in, and it works out beautifully.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so when you started, you were in accounting. You kind of pitched this whole idea. When you were in accounting, I want to know, did you know like I feel like I heard you talk once about you like wanted to learn about the headsets when you were doing accounting. Is that
I
right?
did, yes. So here's the lovely thing. I am one of those that if there's something that we're selling, I need to know about it. And David, my boss, was like, you don't really need to know it. You don't really need to know it. And inside me, I'm like, no, I do need to know it. I want to talk intelligently about this. So, Headset Advisor, we do a bunch of YouTube videos that we do reviews on all of the headsets, whether it's ones that we sell or ones that are like our private label, like Discover headsets, or ones that we don't sell, but we want to show others like why is noise canceling and getting a business grade headset the most important thing for you to do for your job. So we have
Okay.
hundreds of these videos. And so I would go home at night and watch the videos. And sometimes I would fall asleep and I'd wake up to one of them like doing a giveaway and it would wake me up in the middle of it. But I learned a ton about our headsets. I learned a ton about the company and the men that I work for, which, you know, they go to bat every day for this. And I think it's made a great relationship as far as a working relationship for me to grow into something that I wanted to do eventually.
I love that. I love that. All right. I need to let everybody know really quick because while you were talking, I figured out all this is happening. So, if anybody caught the very beginning of the show, you know my LinkedIn account like disconnected from StreamYard. None of the giveaways are working, even though I've reconnected it. It's now disconnected me from Facebook. StreamYard, I hate you right now. I'm just gonna blame StreamYard because that's what I'm gonna do. StreamYard, feel free to get in my DMs if it's not actually you, but I pay for this service and it shouldn't be breaking in the middle of my live show. So sorry, y'all. We will do the giveaways. They're just not working right this second. But if you are commenting to do the giveaway, we will redo them. Please just still show Brandy some love. We can see your comments. For some reason, I don't know. They're just not working. But Michelle said in the comments 86 and 68. If you know, you know, which I saw that and I knew Brandy would get a little chuckle. I would be pulling that one up. I'd be pulling that one up if I could. So, Brandy, I want to talk really quick about channel partner manager. If this isn't a role that exists at a company, right? Like when you were in accounting, I don't feel like this was a role that Headset Advisor was like, we're going to hire a channel partner manager, right?
Yeah, so they did have someone that was doing it, but he also was doing another account managing as well. But it does exist as a channel partner manager in many different areas. The nice thing about it for me was that it was something that I had no idea what I was going to be working with, and I had to learn, you know, what does a channel partner manager do? And I'm pretty much right now, I'm the conduit of, going out and talking to partners, potential partners or resellers or our brands, like all of the brands that we sell, Jabra and Poly and Logitech, and creating those relationships to be able to speak to them about, this is where we're going, this is how we're trying to grow. Let's grow together by getting some customers in. Let us take care of them. And then as that evolves, it's nice because it's a symbiotic relationship. It's good for the partners and the manufacturers. It's good for the customer. They're going to get exactly what they need. And it's good for us. We build our business and we bring our value that we want.
I love that. Okay, so what backgrounds, like if somebody's like, "Hey, I think I could be a channel partner manager," like what kind of backgrounds do you think people could come from for this? Like, I mean, Brandy used to be a server, right? Like, what
Yeah.
kind of backgrounds do you think really would qualify you? And then how do you think that you could really hone your skills to go to your boss and say, "This is what I want to do next"?
So I think the biggest transferable skills is being a people person, because you have to go out and you have to talk to people. You have to be willing to do that. Secondly, you have to have, like, I think as a server, you're able to switch really quickly and move with your environment, and that's very much when you're, talking to other people, is like trying to figure out the best way to create that relationship. And you gotta hustle, and as a server, you hustle all day long, and you are running like no tomorrow. So, I think you just have to be adaptable, but the most important part is just personable.
Being personable. I think that comes from most roles. I mean, not just being personable with the people you work with and your clients, but in life in general, y'all. Like, if nobody returns your call, maybe it's because you need to work on your personality a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. That's just Lauren's tip for the day. Y'all know I'll keep it real with you. Um, okay, channel partner manager is a really cool role. It's coming. I'm seeing more and more of them on job boards when I'm working with job seekers, and I feel like if you have been in any type of like account management role, channel partner management manager would be great for
Yeah,
you. And I know a lot of people, and I've been working with some people lately who've been transitioning out of nonprofit. And nonprofit, I know some people look at me and they're like, nonprofit to SaaS. I got somebody in the SaaS from nonprofit, y'all. But nonprofit is so much like SaaS in the sense of we're all doing everything in nonprofit. Like you wear all the hats, you do all the things. It's very much just like a series A where everybody's doing everything and tomorrow something's different and we're all like Brandy said, pivoting and changing. So um also I know some people watch the show who are in the nonprofit space. So if you're in the nonprofit space, you're trying to get out, look at channel partner manager jobs. That would be a great title for you to kind of explore, as well as like sales roles, basic sales roles. Sales is a
yeah.
great career as like a stepping stone into, okay, this got me into the company. I'm starting here and now let me see where I really want to explore. I mean, Brandy got her foot in the door in accounting, y'all.
And don't be afraid to bring your ideas, I think that's the biggest thing. I felt very comfortable being here, and I would say, "Oh, can I ask a question, or can I bring something to you?" And they were very open about it. And that's the thing I love, is we all have ideas, right? And if you don't share those ideas, they're never going to come to fruition. So you have to share them and see what could come of it, and take a risk. Take a risk.
100%. We have Cliff in the comments. Cliff is a channel partner. I met him in Boca in South Florida. If you're ever in South Florida, you're going to see it in the halftime video. But this is a phenomenal co working space that I use. And Cliff and I had a meeting. He is another channel partner manager who, y'all, like, there's so many things coming. And I know that everybody's like, the job market sucks. And y'all, the job market does suck. But there's so many things. And if you're only searching for that one job title, you are missing out on a lot of jobs that could be right for you. I bet 90% of you could be a great channel partner manager, but you never search for that job title in your life. So you would never even know those jobs existed or what they do. So please, 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 if you're a job seeker, my biggest thing I want to tell you is read the full job description. Don't think about just the salary, don't think about just the title. Like those things matter too, but read the job description. Be open to allowing yourself to be pleasantly surprised sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that Brandy probably thought 5 years ago she would ever be a channel partner manager, right, Brandy?
I didn't even think I was gonna work for a headset company, okay? And be the happiest clam that walks through the door and is like the cheerleader of Headset Advisor. No. But you just never know what God's gonna give you, and I will take it. Gotta trust in the ways in which you're gonna move forward. And I
Okay.
wanted to grow.
Yeah, and growth is important, y'all. You have to be
Yeah.
willing to like take risk and spoiler alert, sometimes you fail at things and sometimes you take a path that's not your thing and you got to U-turn and come back and grow again. Like there's a reason we prune things so they can grow back bigger and better and amazing. So if you're like, listen, I tried this, it didn't work, and now I'm just don't be discouraged. Just try again. I know we're gonna get into like your own thing and doing more stuff later. And Brandy's a badass and phenomenal in the sense of like Brandy's gonna do the damn thing when it comes to her own business. We're all cheering her on. She's kind of like, "Well, I can't now because you're all telling me I have to." Do you feel like that, Brandy? Like so many of us are like, "No, you have to go into business. We wanna buy from you that you
Oh,
have to."
well, I want to go into business. It's just I had a few hurdles that I'm still working through, but it's coming. It's
It's
coming.
coming. It's
Yeah, it's
coming.
gonna come, and when it comes, it's gonna be full force.
Okay, so y'all, I guess I'm just gonna tell you because I can't really do the giveaways either, but we're gonna do giveaways later. I'll do a random live show over the weekend or something, maybe when more people can join, and we'll just do like a 5 minute giveaway show. But I'm gonna actually purchase some of Brandy's the comments are saying they're marshmallows with an E, marshmallow bars. I'm gonna buy some of Brandy's mallow bars and send them to a winner for the bomb hashtag. Not today, obviously. Hashtags aren't working. Thanks, StreamYard. But we'll do a new show and we will give away some of the bomb mallow bars. They will not come right away. Brandy's in the process of like a million things going on in her life. So today you're not going to get the mallow bars, but like in a month when I get my order of the mallow bars that I'm buying, you'll get your order of the mallow bars when they come. Okay, so those will be coming. The headset, Brandy's giving away the headset that she's wearing, and then Melissa is also from Expert Background Solutions doing the $25 Amazon gift card. I do apologize to all the sponsors that StreamYard sucks, but it is what it is. We're just gonna keep rolling. We have a short halftime video, and then we're gonna get into Momming Ain't Easy. If you are a mom and you are watching, or if you're considering becoming a parent, and you know what, really for the dads too, there's a lot of single dads out there who go through this, but we're gonna go through what it's like to be a working parent and talk about how momming ain't easy and how it's kind of shaped our careers. And then we're gonna really dive into what Brandy's new little side hustle business is. I don't want to call it a little side hustle. I hate when people say your
It
little
is.
business. That's so rude. It will not be little for long. It will be a giant freaking amazing thing. And then the other thing I want to point out right now, my charity partner for the year is Free Mom Hugs. Please go to Free Mom Hugs and donate today. I will drop the link to donate in the chat. It is Pride Month, but this is not just a month where you should be putting a rainbow in your logo. You should be putting your money where your mouth is every month of the year. So please, please, please go donate today to Free Mom Hugs. And with that, let's watch this little halftime video. All right, we are back. I keep getting this notice that I'm not connected to LinkedIn, which is very annoying, but I'm so excited you are all here with me. This is Friday Live with Lauren, probably the most like messed up show we've ever done, but whatever. Technical difficulties. Thank you for bearing with us and tuning in. If you are watching, I know I cannot pull your comment up on the show today, but I would still love to know where you are tuning in from. Where are you joining us? Are you in South Florida like me? Are you in the United States? It's always super interesting for me to see where the viewers are from. LinkedIn only gives me very limited analytics. I can't always tell. So comment, let me know where you're from so that I can make sure I'm connected with you. If you don't comment, also, I don't know you're here. So commenting is the only way to stay connected with us. And I'm going to bring Miss Brandy. Brandy, are you ready? There's Brandy.
Yes.
All right. So I got Brandy back on the show. Brandy and I met on LinkedIn. I'm going to give a giant shout out to the pirate ship and the one of the communities that I'm sure Brandy's talking about when she was in LinkedIn jail for so long is the ship and the women of the ship, or I don't know, the wave warrior, whatever we're calling ourselves now. We just renamed our chat. But shout out to all the women in the ladies chat for the ship.
Oh, yes.
It really is a really supportive place. If you have not found community and people outside of LinkedIn, I highly recommend it. I had Jesse Woolette on the show previously. He runs a private community called the Pirate Ship, and it is all about helping people level up, be their best selves, and giving things away for free because big sass is bad sass. Right, Brandy?
Yes. We all need a little help, and we have the tools to be able to help someone else, and it's always good to give back, right?
100%. 100%. So, all right, we're going to roll into our next topic, which I'm sure Brady and I could talk about all day. We're not going to talk about it the entire day, but momming ain't easy and how being a mother has really shaped our careers. I'm going to let Brandy really go first and take it away. But I know we both have a number of stories about where we are now and where we thought we would be versus the life's twisted turns. So, Brandy, let me pull you up big and let's talk about how momming ain't easy.
Yeah, momming ain't easy. So I came from 25 years in a restaurant background, anywhere from serving to training to assistant manager and as a GM. So I wore a lot of hats all the time. And I love the restaurant business. I love food. I love talking about food. I've been cooking since I was 3. These are all things that are ingrained in me, but I love the service industry and I love talking with people and bantering with people, and I feel like those are some of my best qualities is being able to relate to people and have fun with them. So the restaurant business was perfect for me, and I'm always running. I'm always moving. I don't sit still very well, so it kept me going all the time. The hard part about a restaurant is you work where you make your money is at nighttime. And so it took me away from my family most nights, like usually 5 or 6 nights a week. And I chose to close because that's how you make more money. As much as I loved it, it did take an effect on, as my boys were growing up. There were some things that I had to miss. I missed some basketball games. I missed certain things because the job was the job. I had to go, 5 to 10 or 5 to 12. So it's not easy, but the lovely thing about a restaurant was I was able to do a lot with my kids during the day. So I able to take them in the morning. I was able to like spend time and volunteer at their school and do those type of things. But there's came to a point where my boys are a little bit older now. They're in high school, and I wanted those nights. And so pivoting to something that was more the 8 to 5, 7 to 4, whatever it is, it brought me home at night has been one of those things that, as much as I love the restaurant business, I'm not going to go back to that for the world. And I figure, uh, working with headsets and talking about headsets and talking to people and still being able to sell and to meet that innate desire in me to be relational, it doesn't always have to be in a restaurant. There are other ways that I can figure out how to do that during the day.
I love that. I love that. And don't you sometimes volunteer your time on the weekends still?
I do. So I have a friend. We came from the coffee, and he was one of my managers that I oversaw, and he started a coffee cart business. And when he was leaving the place that we worked at before, I was pretty much cheering him on, like, let's do this. You need to do this. And he decided to do it. And it's hard to find people when you're new and you can't afford to hire someone. So I go most Saturdays, almost every Saturday, not this month because I'm in the middle of moving and all kinds of stuff, but I go every Saturday and I volunteer 9 to about 1 o'clock. And it gives me that outlet to still banter with people and give them coffee. He doesn't, I mean, he's blessed me with in other ways, but I want him to grow, and how can I help him grow? I can get on social media and pub him. I can show up and then help build his business. So when he's at a point to grow into a space, he'll be able to hire someone, and we're getting repeat business. And that's what I can do is I can get people, I can talk to people and then get them coming back. Between he and I, we're pretty relational. So we're going to make it work, and it's already growing as we speak.
Yeah, I love that. I had Marin on this show, Marin Erickson. She used to be a bartender. And probably not many people know this. Brandy knows this. I actually bartend one night a week in South Florida.
Yeah.
Not because I have to, but because I love to. Like Brandy said, if you're in the industry, like comment below if you've ever been in the industry, if you've ever worked in the service industry. Comment. I don't care if you were front of house, back of house, man. Like, I don't care what position you had. If you have worked in the service industry, you are a different kind of person.
Yes.
And when I started working from home last year, I was so like, I loved it. Don't get me wrong, but I was lonely. Like, y'all, I started a show like this just to like have more connection. And I was still like, I need to see people in person again. And I was going out all the time and I was hanging out at the bar and drinking and spending my money. So now I go one night a week and I actually make money and some connections and I have a lot of fun and it's not something that's stressful. And it's not my main job. So it's not like I'm like, oh my God, like so worried. Like, no, y'all, it's literally like the most fun night of the week for me. Um, but like Brandy said, like being in the service industry when you're a parent, like I have a 5-year-old. There's no way I could actually be in the service industry anymore.
Yeah, it is hard, but it is fun. It is a lot of fun, and it takes that personality, to be able um, to deal with a lot of things. I mean, I've done everything from being nice and cordial and everything, and then hey, it's time for you to go. Like, follow me out the door. It's time to go.
Literally. Yeah.
But overall, I think there's just a thrill of it, and it comes with some perks. Sometimes you end up with a glass or a bottle of wine after, and there are some great food that you get to try. I mean, I've eaten very well over the years.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, it's true though. It's so true. I did see in the comments, I'm having a hard time keeping up with the comments, but Nomi Slack asked, Brandy, what is the most popular headset that you sell?
We have a lot of headsets. There are a lot. So the D722U is one, great for cold calling. I will plug, Jabra has some great headsets, and they have one that has a mic boom that just comes down. Poly has some great headsets. They just came out with a Free 60, which is more of an earpiece. We have Oro Sound. They have the Tilt Pro. It is one of our favorites as well. So it's hard for me to pick one exact one. But I definitely love our Discover line. And the lovely thing about Discover is that we're going to be adding some more private label headsets coming in the next 6 months. So we're way excited about that and growing that part of the business.
That's awesome. Nomi, you should connect with Brandy. I know you both, and you two would really get along. So, Nomi is in sales, and I know Nomi probably does a number of cold calls. So, Nomi, and it looks like if I could read back in the chat long enough, Nomi has some opinions on headsets and which ones Nomi likes. So,
Yeah,
Nomi,
we can chat.
you two would be really good friends. And it looks like there's been a number of people who have been, oh, Nomi says Polly is the best. There's been a number of people in the service industry. Somebody says that they've been bouncers, somebody was a busboy in high school. There's so many things. So Nomi, you're gonna have to come on the show too. She's just dropping knowledge in the comments, man. I'm annoyed I can't pull up the comments right now. But what was the point when you really were like, listen, like I can't be in the restaurant business anymore. I have to get out. Like, was Headset Advisor the next thing or was there something in between?
No, there was something in between. So I was a general manager at a regional Mexican place. Lots of infused margaritas. We can talk margaritas all day. And it was just a point where there were some things in my life that kind of needed to change. And so I actually pivoted and I worked at a petroleum company for a year. And it was a good job. The only hard part is the commute back and forth, even though it's still in the Sacramento area. It was during traffic time and it just took me so long. So after that, I ended up going and working for a coffee business for 2.5 years as their uh, like I oversaw the 3 cafes. Um, and then after that, I just needed something different, and I was willing to do anything and everything. And I wasn't like geared, like you were saying, like don't just look for one specific job. I was open to anything because at that point I've done a lot and I already figured out when you leave a restaurant, those skills are transferable. So now which way can I use them? And so I think when I ended up at Headset Advisor, I was very open to learning something different and willing to open my eyes to something that was outside of what I thought my realm was. And if you don't mind me, I will say this. The thing that I've loved the most about working for this company is that it allows me to grow in areas that I never thought that I was going to enjoy growing in. Like we do videos and they were like, hey, do you want to do video? And in me, I was like, not really. No, I don't know. But then I was like,
The first
maybe.
time I asked you on the show, you're like, "No, it's on video."
Yeah, but they push me outside of my comfort zone because they see something in me that sometimes I don't see in myself, and I think that that's and then it's like you put a little seed, right, a little mustard seed, and it grows like it grows into something different, and they've allowed me to grow in areas that I'm weak, and then also strengthen the areas where I'm strong.
I love that. One thing you said I'm gonna talk about, you talked about how in your old job the commute was killer.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite thing that I used to brag about all the time when I would work from home. I'd be like, yeah, my commute is like 7 steps and I'm in my office. And I don't like no, y'all. Now that I have to get up and come to a workplace every day, I've rented an office. So like I pay for it. I want to come. But now that I actually pay for it and like get up and come, I am so much more productive. Let's be honest. I really am, y'all. I'm more productive coming here. So it's been a thing for me to come here. But today I was sitting in traffic on the
Mm.
way here and I was like, oh, this commute. And normally I would be really annoyed. But I'm choosing to come here. I know coming here it's gonna make me better. And there's nobody sitting here like, hey Lauren, you're 5 minutes late. Why are you 5 minutes late today? That's really annoying that you were 5 minutes late. Like, y'all, I'm 5 minutes late in life. I'm sorry. I try hard not to be, but sometimes I'm just 5 minutes late consistently for like 3 weeks in a row. And then my life's back on track and then we're on time again. But for 3 weeks in a row, we're 5 minutes late for everything. Okay. Um, Anyway, sitting in traffic today driving here, I was like, most people would be so stressed on their commute and oh my God, this traffic. And I'm just sitting here and I'm jamming out and I am dancing in the car and I'm having so much fun. And I look over and this guy is like looking at me like I am insane. I was that person today. But the commute turned into fun. And because I've changed my life and mom, it ain't easy, right? Like that's why my life changed. I always thought I'd work at a corporate company and be the person with the corner office and my name on the door. And I was striving for that. I was climbing the ladder and not seeing my kid and not around and realizing like none of this shit matters to me. All of the things that I thought I would really care about when I was in my early 20s and the things that I wanted in my career, they didn't matter anymore. They didn't because my son's not going to care if my name's on the door somewhere. No, he's going to care if I went to his soccer games. Like Brandy's saying, there's comes a point where you want to be around for them more. So, mom, it ain't easy. If you are a parent and you are watching, comment if you're open to it. I know some people don't like to comment about having kids and stuff on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a professional platform. But if you are watching, comment how many kids do you have? I only have one. Bless all of you with more than one. Brandy, you say boys. Is it two or
Yeah.
three?
I have 2 boys. Yeah, I have a 15-year-old and a 17-and-a-half-year-old.
Brandy's
Yeah.
about to have a full grown adult.
They're bigger than me. They're all like my oldest is 6'1", and my youngest I think is like 5'10". So, and I'm only 5 foot. So,
Yeah, I've
but
seen
I make them sit down,
the
and then
videos
I
of you
feed
at
them.
the coffee shop on your tiptoes trying to do the coffee is really cute.
Yes.
Y'all go back to Brandy's LinkedIn page, go follow Brandy, and see the videos of Brandy like this up in her thing, which is really cute. All right, so the last thing we're really gonna dive into, and I really want to talk a lot about it a little bit in depth because there's multiple parts of this, but we're gonna talk about the bomb. Obviously, you guys know Brandy's last name is the Baum. Well, Baum,
Well,
not the Baum. It could be the Baum at this point. But Brandy is coming up with her little side business, and we're gonna let Brandy talk about it and Brandy explain. But I really want Brandy to talk about not just the business itself, but where the ideas came from, your love, your passion behind this business, right? Because I do think that anybody who's considering doing anything for a side hustle or passion project or anything like that, like you got to really care. It can't just be like, I'm doing this to make a profit. You need to have some passion behind what you're doing. In my opinion, like, I don't know, comment below, or if you don't agree with me, I'll just tell you you're wrong anyway. Um, it's just true, you know. But really tell us all about how it started and then talk to us about the bomb and headset advisor and how it went when you brought it up to the guys at headset advisor.
yeah, so I have been cooking, like I said, since I was 3, and I've always, enjoyed cooking. My grandmother taught me how to cook, and I like to be creative. There's a big creative aspect to cooking. I would say that I'm a cook, not a baker, even though people like to eat sweets, and so I make sweets. I'm not the biggest sweet person, actually. I don't mind tasting it, but I like to cook for others, and that's what sparks joy for me, is if I can have people come over and eat my food, I am a happy camper because that's me giving something, serving them with something that I'm passionate about. And who wants to say no to food? And it brings community, right? You sit at a table, you have a conversation, you enjoy the people that you're talking with. They want to talk about the food, great, I'll tell them about the food. If they don't want to talk about the food, just let's sit and enjoy and have a conversation about whatever they want. That's how you get to know people. So in high school, I actually am more known for salsa, believe it or not. Most people know me. They're like, it's like hands down, is she bringing salsa? Like, that's the thing. But salsa business is a little different. It is saturated. At the time, I didn't feel like I had the resources to be able to explore that with all the hurdles that you had to. You have to be in a commercial kitchen. You have to do a lot of testing and then get approved and then all of that. So I just wasn't willing to do it at that point. And then there came a time, which I always knew I want to do something within food. So I came to David and Drew and I asked them if we could have a meeting. And at the time, I was getting some offers coming in and I wanted just to set them at ease. Like, I'm growing within this company. This is where I want to stay. It allows me to do things that I want to do by learning from them. And also, it allows me to be here for the next 4 years, getting my youngest one through high school. So after that conversation, I told them, I'm like, I do want to start a business. And, they were excited about, like, of course, we already knew this, like, there's something that you love about food, because I would bring food in to snack and give to them. And I would ask them for their feedback. So that was great. But, and I let them know, like, the name that I want to go with is the Baum. And they're like, that's perfect. Yes, that's it. And so what I loved about them is they think bigger, like I've said a couple of times. They think bigger than I did. So I sat there going, yeah, so I'm going to make the food and then I'm going to do this. And the great thing about them, which blew my mind, is they're like, well, for now, but we're going to think bigger. Like, who you are is you're the brand, you're the person that's going to market, you're the person that's going to go out and sell. Eventually you're going to have someone else, like, we'll give the recipes to someone else to make within a contract, but that's where you're going to go. And so to me, that was just mind blowing. And it actually expanded where my mindset was and how I want to eventually grow this business. So I ended up on LinkedIn, just for headset advisor and trying to figure and navigate my voice. But then I saw that there's an opportunity for me to kind of share who I am. We talk about personal branding. Well, this is who I am. I love food. I love to talk about food. Let me show you something that I made, or let's talk about this. And at that time, I had created these mallow bars a couple of years ago, and I was giving them out as gifts for Christmas. And I thought, I see Grove Cookie Company and they're killing it out there. And I'm like, what about if I just throw it out to some of the people that I have in community? Let's see what they have to say. And so I brought it to David. I'm all, how crazy is this idea? Like, what about if I do that? And he's like, I say you do it. Just jump in. So I was super nervous the day that I like reached out to everyone and they're like, yeah, we'll take samples. I'm all, who is willing to take, you know, food from strangers? There's a lot of you out there, which I love.
There's a lot of us. We're like, feed us. We'll try anything.
Yeah, so I did. I found some people in community and I DM'd them and like, would you be willing to give me your feedback? I would love to know, like what are your thoughts on it? Ways to improve it, anything with packaging, like how does it come to you? And so it's kind of been kind of my playground to be able to throw some stuff out there, see what people like, and it's it's been amazing in the fact that people are willing to post about it. Most of them I didn't ask for them to post; they're just posting, and it's kind of been like trickling and it growing from there. The nice thing about most of the things that I love to do is I try and figure out what's the base. So here's the base. The base is a mallow bar. Well, how can I turn that on its head, right? So I decided, okay, everyone likes s'mores. Most people like s'mores. Let's elevate the s'more, right? So I did a graham cracker crust. I did originally just a vanilla homemade marshmallow, dark chocolate on top, and a little bit of sea salt. You have to have the salt, it enhances everything. So from there, the base is the mallow, right? So you can change your base, you can do a cookie base, you can do whatever. So it really lends itself to the creativity because I can now change a base and have a cookie base or a different type of base, but the mallow can be flavored. I've done blueberry mallows, I've done coffee mallows, I've done all kinds of different ones, and it's just endless inside this brain. Sometimes I wake up and I have to write things down because I had an idea, like, and then I have to get it out of my brain and out for testing with someone, usually headset advisor. And
I
it's
know.
just,
Why do I live in Florida, Brandy? I would come live by Brandy just to eat her food every day. I'm being for real.
oh, you would pop a tent with Melissa. She's ready.
I'm not getting a tent. No, Melissa can have her tent. I do not go camping. I do not do tents. I would maybe go glamping, maybe. I don't know. Do you like to camp, Brandy? Do you like to go rough it in a tent? Who comment below if you like to tent it out in a tent? No, I am not a tent person. Does this look like a tent person to you?
I'll do either. I can go with a tent. I don't mind doing glamping. That's a little bit nicer. I do like to have a bathroom where I can shower at least, but tents don't bother me.
A bathroom. Yeah, I need a bathroom. Definitely
Yeah.
not gonna get in a tent. No tents. Melissa says she's drooling. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I like them, but I would put myself up in a hotel or actually rent somewhere with I guess where you live, like, do you have to have a lot of air conditioning? I don't know. Where I live, we
Oh,
don't
it's
have air
hot.
conditioning. Yeah, so like you got air conditioning. Like, no, I'm not gonna get a tent, Melissa. Melissa's the only psycho. No offense, Melissa, you're not. I love
I
you. I
would not allow you
love
guys
you.
to be in a tent. You guys would be inside hanging out.
Brady's like, "You're coming inside."
Yes.
So y'all, that's the bomb, and I will tell you, I have purchased well, I didn't purchase the Malabars. Brandy sent me Malabars as a sample, but I purchased the granola from
Yes.
Brandy that she makes, and I'm freaking obsessed with her granola. It's phenomenal. We're literally talking about ways to, like, tweak it so that my kid likes it. Like, Brandy's like, "We could customize it and do this and this." I'm like, "Girl, the idea is in Brandy's head." So when you get to the point that Brandy is launching and Brandy has her site and she's doing the damn thing, we're gonna have Brandy back on. I'm gonna tell her that she's got to film like a halftime video to promote her stuff every week. She doesn't know that yet, but we're gonna do that in the future. We're gonna like make you guys so hungry that you go purchase all of the granola and Malabars. And then, are you ever gonna like venture into anything else? Do you have dreams to
Oh,
do more?
yeah. So I will plug this for the future because where I grew up, they're called special quesadillas, and they are a deep fried quesadilla that are delicious. So I do my play on that, and I actually flavor the dough. So it's a flour tortilla, and I flavor it between sweet corn and garlic. I have a cilantro lime. So they're all these different colored quesadillas, and they're filled with either jack cheese or pepper jack cheese. And then they almost look like an empanada. And then you can either air fry them or deep fry them. They're better deep fried with that crispiness. And eventually that's where I want to go because it's a unique idea and it's something that is definitely scalable And my thoughts are maybe like Trader Joe's or a
I was
few
gonna say
other.
those could be in my
Yeah,
freezer
a
section.
freezer section is they freeze perfectly. You pull them out 5 minutes, you throw them in an air fryer.
Brandy, can you
I
shape
know.
them like little bombs?
I probably could shape them like little bombs, which would be a good another idea. You guys have great ideas.
Oh, is anybody else hungry? Are you hungry right now? I am like I had barbecue. They had amazing barbecue at the co-work space today. Max, I think you're watching. If you can tag the guy who did the barbecue, I would really appreciate it. That was phenomenal. The co-working space I'm at, like once a month, they like have lunch for us. So like just bring stuff in. And this was actually one of the people who work here today who like made barbecue for all of us. It was phenomenal, and then my husband showed up with food too, like, there was just lots of food, but Brandy's talking about all this stuff, I'm like, "I need some sweets in my life right now." Um, Thank you for telling us all about the bomb. And y'all, on my website, I have a friends partner page. You can always find Headset Advisor on the partner page. They are linked there. And then as soon as Brandy launches her own website, and that's in full, that will be on the website as well, so that you could always get to Brandy's link. Brandy, I ask everybody who comes on the show for a fun Friday fact. And then I'll tell everybody I'm gonna start doing a fun Friday fact. I normally don't do one. But Brandy, what's your fun Friday fact today for everyone?
So I knew this was coming because I watch the show all the time. So a little piece about me is I like the shock factor every once in a while. But most of you guys would not guess that I have a letter in wrestling because I lettered in wrestling in high school for a year because I was a gymnast.
Aren't you 5 feet tall?
I didn't have to cut weight because I was like 97 pounds, and it was awesome. Hey, but I was able to win some matches, and I was able to get a letter. I was friends with all the football players, and so a lot of the football players also do wrestling, and so they would like, "Hey, Brandy, can you help us do this?" And I'm like, "All right, that's great." And they're like, "We think you should just do it for a year," and so the coach talked me into it.
I love that. I would never have guessed.
Most people don't.
Oh my god. Okay. Listen, we had a wrestling team in school. I wasn't on it. I remember I think I tried out for it at some point or something. That was like just like me being not a 10 person. Probably not a wrestler either. But that's really exciting. The one thing I did in high school that nobody really knew about or could guess was that I was on the bowling team. And I
Oh,
didn't know how
nice.
to bowl well, but I knew I got out of school and I knew that the coaches bought cheese fries for everyone. So I joined the bowling team just to be the alternate so that I would get out of class and eat the free cheese fries. And then one day I actually had to bowl in a game and I got like I got the highest score in the game and my name was in the paper. And my grandma called me the next day and she was like, Lauren, I didn't know you were on the bowling team. I was like, well, I really am not, grandma. And we had to have a whole conversation. But all right. The last thing I want to talk about, because we can't do giveaways today, which sucks. I'm so
Oh,
sorry, y'all. I've been thinking about it, and it's a Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day, early Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to the single moms who do it themselves. Y'all matter too. And then Monday is Juneteenth. That will be a holiday. Most people, not most people, like if you're not giving your people off, give your people off. But Monday will be a holiday as well. So we'll probably just do these giveaways on the next show, next Friday. We will do the headset. I'll give away a future order of the marshmallow bars, and we will do the Amazon gift card next Friday. So, haha, you have to come back
yep.
if you want to win. I really promise I didn't plan this. This was a StreamYard thing. But we will do the giveaways next week. If you have been on LinkedIn for more than 5 minutes, I'm sure you have seen the Lavender Joe videos that are rolling around. Brandy, have you seen any of the Lavender Joe videos?
I have.
They are
They're
hilarious.
funny.
They're so funny. I have Rob, who creates all of these videos for Lavender, coming on next week. So he'll be on the show. Come learn all about video. The week after that, we have Nicole and Romy coming on. They run the Daily Drip, which is going to be a community for executive women to learn and level up. After that, we have Brendan Short from Groundswell, the founder and CEO. And then we have Joey Hammond from Producify, which will be another show about video. We're going to start hitting video hard for everyone. But we have a bunch of fun special guests coming up. And then The last thing, I know all of you like my Fun Friday fact for what I've got going on, and I hope Katie Penner is watching the show today. Somebody tag Katie Penner in the comments. But my new thing that I'm doing for the special people in my life, and Brandy's probably going to get one of these. We were just talking about it, but my like stress relief for this whole, y'all remember the mom, it ain't easy. It's not. So when I need a break, I take my kid to go paint pottery. And one of the things we've been doing are painting pottery. So I go and I paint these little mugs, and I've been creating these for people, and I'm going to start shipping them out. So this one's mine. I keep this one in my office. He's got a little pineapple guy inside of him. But Katie Penner has one of these coming to her, and I'm going to start making these little mugs for everyone because there's plenty of you out there giving away Starbucks gift cards, but I'm going to give you something to drink your Starbucks out of. So Katie, that's what's on the way for you. You'll get it in about a week. And Brandy, one will be on the way for you in your beautiful lavender headset advisor purple. Well, it's a little
Yeah.
darker than lavender, but you know what I mean. That headset
Yes.
advisor purple coming your way soon. And with that, y'all, we're gonna call it a wrap. Brandy, is there anything else you want to tell the world?
Oh, I just want to say that I missed everyone while I wasn't on. And it was a good exercise in really knowing how much I really enjoy the community and connecting with others. And I think I was driving Drew crazy. I'm like, you got to go in and tag this and you got to go and say this. And I don't think either of them liked me telling them what to do. But I felt like, oh my gosh, they took part of my job by putting me in jail. But we're
Yeah.
in the end, like it was a good thing. We laugh about it. We don't get all our feathers all in a ruffle, right?
Well, you're nicer than me. My feathers would be in such a ruffle. I'd be flying to New York. I'd find LinkedIn headquarters. I'd be like, "What's up? What's your name? Who's in charge? Hi, fix my account today because you're cutting into my money." But Brandy's a little nicer than me, and she's just like, "We're laughing about this in 5 years. We'll never know what happened."
Yes, and I do love. I mean, I think you not only did a post, but you sent me a little video and made me feel like I was missed and loved. So I got so many people that were in my DMs just
Well, and
saying
I
they were happy.
I felt like I was your little assistant because Brandy's like, "I'm shipping this stuff out. Can you help me?" I'm
Yes,
like, "Yes." I'm like, "Hi, I don't know you, but Brandy is sending you this, and I'm reaching out to let you know." If you got any
you
of Brandy's
did.
order and you met me through that, I'm so happy to be in your community now. And with that, y'all, I think we're gonna call it a wrap. We'll see you next week. If you didn't like the show, don't come back. Bye now.
Bye.